New York, New Jersey area, and there were cases of encephalitis, which is central nervous system infection caused by West Nile virus. And there was, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'm thinking it was about somewhere between 30 and 50 cases that developed in that large metropolitan area. The next year, West Nile virus disease spread from New York, New Jersey, up through New England and started to spread down the eastern coast. That was 2000. 2001, it had spread all the way up and down the eastern coast. 2002, towards the Mississippi. 2003, towards the central U.S. 4, 5, and 6 made its march across the United States, and by 2008 or so, literally all this contiguous 48 states had endemic cases of West Nile virus except us. Washington didn't have any cases of West Nile virus disease until probably about 2010. There was actually 3 cases that were associated as being locally acquired. 2 of those residents were from Gig Harbor, and they had traveled to Idaho within 2 weeks of onset of symptoms. And at least from my perspective, what do we see in Idaho? A big hotspot in terms of West Nile virus prevalence. They probably got the disease there, so we probably didn't even have any cases in Washington until 2009 or 10. Because the mosquitoes that transmit the disease are relatively uncommon. So if the vector isn't there, you're not going to have the disease. How did the virus make its way across the United States? From the non-human reservoir, and from the birds that were infected. So mosquitoes bit both humans and birds. Infected birds migrated, spread the virus. Mosquitoes in other parts of the country bit those infected birds, bit other birds, bit humans, and transmitted the disease. What was found in 2001, 2002 was that epidemiologists went back to the initial focus of the infection. They went back to the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area and surveyed a large number of individuals in terms of, during this summer, did you have any symptoms that might be associated with West Nile virus? A number of other questions. And then they collected blood, and that blood was analyzed for antibody against the virus. And it was found that rather than just a few tens of individuals being infected, as represented by the cases of encephalitis, that the seroprevalence, the percentage of the population that had actually been exposed to the virus, was over 80% of the population. Most individuals that are bit by mosquitoes that acquire West Nile virus either have asymptomatic infection, that is, they don't have any symptoms, or their symptoms are so mild that they're not associated with any particular disease. Those individuals develop antibody, they're now protected, so the next time they get bit by an infected mosquito, they don't develop disease. Those individuals that developed encephalitis had other contributing factors, what we call comorbidities, that allowed for the disease in those individuals not to cause a mild flu-like presentation, but actually develop from the bloodstream into the central nervous system and cause that encephalitis. Let's go ahead and stop here, and we will start on Tuesday with plague.